Hello my friends, my name is Paul and amateur radio call sign is Oscar Mike 0 Echo Tango. Today in this video I will show you my homemade F4921 UnUn and EFHW half-wave antenna for 40 meter and for 20 meters. This antenna will be my new addition to my bag when I go somewhere to SOTA or portable. So let me show you more. Let me show you how I cut this antenna precisely for 20 and 40 meter band, and then I hope that this antenna will work correctly and I can make a few contacts with this with QRP power. So let's get started. So let me explain how to use this antenna, how to assemble. I used an old enclosure from the toolbox or from the tool set. I just removed the interior of the tool set and I'm using now it for my antenna. It's quite easy to open, and here we can see the old components. So first of all is this guide rope. I used the rope, very sturdy, by Mastrand. Here on the end I have the hook, and the guide wire is going from the hook to the antenna. And here you can see the style, how is it holding in it. And here on top you can see the wire, which is actually a wire for the antenna itself. I found this piece of plastic and here I wrapped the wire. Actually I have here 2 times 11 meters, and then I cut the wire to the precise length. And the one portion of the wire will be cut for 20 meters and 2 portions together will be cut for 40 meter band. So right in the middle between those 2 antenna elements will be this we call it a chocolate, but it's not a chocolate actually. It's a terminal, let's say. It's electric terminal. So here is the one wire going to this I don't know what's the kind of clutch, electric clutch. It's very easy to use. I need to remove the isolation and then put the wire inside this clutch, and also the same here on the second side. So this is the this is how I connect both antenna components into one. So the question is why I should use 2 wires for 20 and 40 meter band. Yes, normally if you use 20 meter long wire with an EFHW 4921 UnUn, normally you should get perfect SWR also on 7 MHz and also on 14 MHz. There is no need to do anything. Just cut your wire for about 20 meter long or 20 meter length, and you should get resonance on those 2 or on both bands. But this is not a question right to me. The reason why I divided into 2 wires is that there are kind of places, if you go portable, there are places where it's not the place for 20 meter long wire. So I suppose that if you are limited with the length or the space, you can just use only one element which will be perfectly tuned for 20 meter, so you can work at least on 20 meter in this case. Okay, if you have more space, you can also use a 20 meter, so 2 antenna elements, and you can also resonate on 7 megahertz. So this is the purpose of the antenna. Alright, on the other end of the antenna is also the mastrand rope with the hook, and actually I have 2 hooks on both sides of the antenna. So this one will be attached somewhere on the tree or somewhere else. It is isolated by this wire, by this rope, so you can attach this hook to any metallic objects or even or to the tree. Also the same here, is isolated from this terminal, so you can freely guide this antenna with this rope anywhere you want. I choose a little longer rope because you never know where you will connect your antenna. And here I can show you how to attach the antenna wire to the 4921 UnUn. Unscrew this wing nut and take off one washer. The antenna wire soldering eye should be between those both washers, and then put this wing nut back again. Yeah, it's kind of complicated sometimes. And antenna now is ready to use. Alright, before I climb up to this tower, so here's the wire, here's the guide rope, and on the second end of the guide rope we have this hook. And now I'm going up on the tower, and I will show you how to hook up this very easily, like this. So this is the fashion how I use this clamp. So let me climb up. Okay, it's quite windy today. So I'm sorry if you hear the noise from the wind. So I will hook the rope as high as I can in the same fashion. All right, it's done. So it's just a matter of the second. It's very easy. So here you can see this wire is right on top. Okay, and here is the middle part, which is right here. So now I will continue to the 4921 UnUn. And finally here is the end of the wire. Yeah, it should be straight. Alright, as you can see, this wire is attached like this. So on top is the wire, on the bottom you can see the rope. So now let me attach the rope to some object. Yesterday I was able to tune the 20 meter element to 14.200 megahertz, and the SWR was 1.3. So wish me luck and hope that 40 meter element will be the same. I need this kind of jumper cable, where is the BNC connector male and also BNC connector male. One end is connected to the 4921 UnUn, and here this one will be connected to the Mini 1300. As you can see, here is the N connector. I have to use reduction. Actually two of them, because this one is to PL connector and also the PL to BNC. Wow. Okay, so here is my meter ready. And here you can see how I attached this guide rope just for non-permanent attachment. It's attached to the fence, and always when I wish to return the antenna back to the ground, I just release this this rope, and antenna will fall down, as you can see here. And this way I can repeat many times. Alright, now very important thing is to remove the isolation from both wires to have a proper connection. And also here on the other side, we can use now this clutch or electric terminal, wherever it calls. And connect both antenna elements into one. Actually, now the length of the 20 meter element wire is something around 10 meters, and this one has currently 11 meters, and I choose a little longer wire because I need to cut from this wire depending on the SWR. So let me measure this thing. So for my first measurement, I choose a little wider range. It's from 3.5 megahertz up to 13.5 megahertz. Actually, right now I need to find the peak of SWR. So let's measure. Well, so antenna resonates a little lower. Lower because I forgot to raise the antenna up to the air. One moment. So here we have the antenna. Actually, here is the UnUn, and we just rise up the UnUn up into the air, and let me see how it looks like on the meter right now. Yeah, that is much better. Currently I am very close to 7 megahertz. As you can see, this beautiful peak 1.2. Oh, incredible. Actually 1.1. Or also on 13300. This is what I said if you use the full length of the wire, the antenna will resonate on both bands, like 7 megahertz and 14 megahertz. You don't need to cut the wire into half. But if you are in the very small space and you don't have a space for such a long antenna, it's good to have two pieces, and both pieces tuned to an exact band, like 20 and 40. Well, so as you can see that the resonant frequency is a little lower than should be. Therefore, I have to cut the wire of the antenna, and I have to make the antenna a little shorter, and she will resonate a little higher. So I release the antenna again, and I'm going back to the middle part. So as you can see, we have just a very short piece of the wire, so I have to release more wire to the second side, because I need to cut from this wire. I better take more wire to have more length for cutting. And here I can fix the wire inside this terminal. Okay, so first thing is to release and cut from this wire here. Let's say here, it's just my guess and it's quite random. It's always a cut for smaller pieces, because you can cut more than you need, and there is the problem. Good. So now the measurement number 2, and let's see how the SWR changes. And again I have to up the antenna. Good. And let's measure how the SWR looks like after the first cut of the wire. Okay, give a refresh. Alright, just a very little move. So here we can see that we have to cut more wire than I thought. And for my next measurement, I will choose a little sharper, where is it? Okay, little sharper range. I will choose 40 meters and 400 kilohertz up. And here we can see the whole band, as you can see here. This is the whole band. And you can see the wire here, how it tunes. It tunes on the beginning of the band, 40 meters. And is worse on the upper side of the band. So we have to cut more, and the SWR should be better here. My goal is to tune the antenna on 7.1. So we need to repeat the process of cutting and measuring the antenna multiple times until you get the best SWR. Okay, so I removed the isolation and I took more or longer wire, and let's go back. I need to rise up the antenna again, and let's measure. Yeah, it's much better. Now the SWR is 1.1 and the frequency 7.010. Great. So even one more. Again, I will cut the wire and remove the isolation. Yeah, it's very simple. It just needs some patience. But the patience brings the fruit, right? And now it should be good. And SWR, yeah, frequency 7.026. So by this measurement I should cut maybe 10 centimeters of the wire. And again, rise up and do a measurement. Yes, frequency 7.047, SWR 1.1. I think I will cut just a little piece of the wire, maybe 2 or 3 centimeters, and it will be all good. Okay, I need more wire here. Okay, but just a 2 or 3 centimeters, no more. Right. Sorry for the wind, guys. I know. Okay. Perfect. SWR is 1.1 and frequency 7129 or 7130. Okay, the final climb of the antenna, and the antenna has been finished and precisely cut for my goal frequency. The goal frequency now is somewhere around 130, 7130, 140 plus minus. It is somewhere between 100 and 200, which is the SSB portion of the band, and it is my main interest. if you are interested in the CW or FT8, you should go with your antenna a little down, and you should take your antenna a little longer than me. Okay, so perfect. Now let me connect my transceiver. I am planning to use my Zygo X6100, and let me check the bands. Okay, so 7 megahertz or 40 meter band is finished, and now let me check also 20 meters. If is everything okay. So I have to disconnect the middle part of the antenna and we'll check a 20 meter band. This is 20 meter band element, so I will disconnect this element, and now the antenna is 20 meters. So let me switch to 20 meter band and let's measure. Okay, you see that line, and the SWR is 1.2 and a frequency 186, 180 is the center frequency. Very good. Left side of the scale is 14 megahertz, and the right edge is 14400. So this is almost the whole band. You can see how wide this antenna is. Perfect. So 20 meters and 40 meters are working. Perfect. And also let me show you what happens if we use only 10 meter long wire, and on what frequencies will be this antenna tune. So I start with 3.5 megahertz and will end the measurement 30 megahertz up. So here we should see the whole band from 3.5 up to 33 megahertz. All the bands right here. So this is the wide scan. Okay, so 3.5 megahertz, SWR somewhere around 4. Here we have a 40 meter band, 7.2. You see that, how high is the SWR? Almost 10. So the one element for 20 meters is not useful for 40 meter band in this configuration. The best SWR one peak is on 20 meters, and the other is somewhere here. This should be the CB band actually, and this is not my exact interest. So definitely is not much multi-band antenna. In this configuration, when I use only 10 meter wire, is only one band antenna, or maybe two band if we consider, if we count with the CB band. So if you wish to use more bands, you have to use both elements of the antenna connected together, and then you should achieve 40 meter band, 20 meter band and 15 meter band, and slightly 10 meter band as well. Yeah, exactly as you can see right now, I connected also the second element of the antenna. So the length of the antenna is now about 20 meters long, and you can see the curves and the peaks. One is here on 40 meters, second one here on 20 meters, and here on 15 meters, 21 megahertz, and also somewhere on the CB band and a little bit on 10 meters. So if you wish to have a multi-band antenna, you should use both elements connected together, or in just one piece of the wire, which will be almost 20 meter long. So let's connect the transceiver to my antenna and let's find out how it works. Okay, this is my Zygo X6100, an external battery, which is a 3 amp hour battery LiPo 3S, and the external mic antenna is connected. And now let me show you how it looks like in this installation. This is just temporary installation, and there you can see the middle part of the antenna hanging in the air. Okay, and let's see, where is this connected to? I attached to the rain pipe, as you can see here. Yeah, it's very simple. You don't need to do anything, just clamp this guide rope this way. So yeah, it looks amazing. Perfect for portable. So let me do a few contacts.
Tango America Pacific, Radio Washington 4, Canada, 73 Dimitris, Calimera.
Oscar Mike 0 Echo Tango QRP.
Kilo Willy America. Hello, my friend. Thank you, Georgis.
I have a 10 watts now. The QRP is still with 10 watts if you are using the sideband mode.
Many years old, my friend. 73, and have a good weekend. Bye-bye. You too, good luck with the XQ, is it?
Oscar Mike 0 Echo Tango QRP.
Any QRP?
Oscar Mike 0 Echo Tango QRP.
Two stations QRP. Something Sierra Viva QRP. Repeat the call.
Oscar Mike 0 Echo Tango QRP.
Oh, hello, my friend. Oscar Mike 0 Echo Tango QRP. I like your YouTube channel, my friend.
Nice.
5x5 today. 5x5 poll, QSL.
Yeah, QSL, many thanks for watching my videos, my friend. And I am testing my new antenna. It's a portable antenna, end-fed long wire antenna. And I'm running 10 watts now, 10 watts. And you are 5.9 plus 10 dB over.
QSL, and what is your equipment in this moment, Paul, over?
Okay, I have the Zygo transceiver X6100 and 10 watts end-fed long wire antenna over.
Yeah, my friend, QSL, I very appreciate it, and I'm very glad to meet you in 20 meters QSO today, my friend. We have a QSO in Sigiside on 20 meters 1 year ago, and I like your theme about Zygo 5100. Very, very nice videos. Thank you, Paul. 73, 72, my friend. Ahoy! Bye-bye.
My friend, please, one moment. I have to change my antenna, okay? I have to change my antenna, please. Can you wait? Over.
Oh, excuse me. Papa Delta Zero, Charlie Queen. Stand by, please. Stand by. Paul, repeat your question, please, again.
Okay, I made this contact for my video and I need to change my antenna. Can you please wait for 1 second?
Yes, of course, I am ready.
Thank you, 1 moment. Okay, I'm going to switch the middle part of the antenna. Okay, this is Oscar Mike 0 Echo Tango QRP, over.
Yes, I copy in this moment 5x5, just the same, the 5x5 pole, Roger?
Yeah, QSL, thank you, the same signal report. Okay, many thanks, my friend.
Oh, I'm lost you, my friend. Paul, 73, my friend, see you soon. I will find you on your YouTube. 73, пока.
Yes, many thanks, my friend. Thank you, and 73, have a good evening. Bye-bye. Wow.
Pierre, are you still here?
All right, guys. I just forgot that I had connected two antenna elements. Actually, I was transmitting on the beginning with a 40 meter modification, so I had to quickly disconnect the middle part of the antenna, and the SWR was much better, but you had seen that there was not a really big difference in the signal on receive and also on transmit, which is a good sign. Oscar Mike 0 Echo Tango QRP.
Beaming far east from 9 kilo 2 kilo Oscar.
QRP station Oscar Mike 0 Echo Tango, please.
Calling calling CQDX. Calling CQDX, calling CQDX. Beaming far east, beaming Asia from 9 kilo 2 kilo Oscar. 9 kilo 2 kilo Ocean, beaming far east, looking for the X.
QRP station Oscar Mike 0 Echo Tango, please.
The island of Greece. Sierra Yankee 9, Charlie Whiskey Foxtrot from Crete, island of Greece.
QRZ again, this is Oscar Mike 0 Echo Tango QRP. Foxtrot 4 Victor Uniform Golf QRP Oscar Mike 0 Echo Tango QRP. Nice to meet you, my friend. Very good evening. My name is Paul. Back to you.
Good evening, Paul. I hope you can still copy. I have a lot of trouble. Very weak signal. We are about QRP and it's not very, very strong. Okay, I hope everything is good with you and your family. I follow you on in internet and it's always interesting to see you on YouTube, Paul. I hope you can copy me. I can copy you very, very weak and sometimes you're quite disappeared in the noise. Microphone back to Oscar Mike Tango, Echo, Oscar Mike 0, Echo Tango, from Foxtrot 4, Victor Uniform Golf, QRP.
Foxtrot 4 Victor Uniform Golf QRP. This is also QRP Oscar Mike 0 Echo Tango. Your report is 5x5, 5x5, and I am testing my new antenna. I am testing a new portable antenna, over. He starts losing my signal. This is Oscar Mike 0 Echo Tango QRP. You are a 5x5, 55, over.
You're too weak, Paul. You're too weak here at this moment. I'm sorry. How can I to show all about the collisions? 73, 72, Delta, 73 from Foxtrot 4. Victor Uniform Golf. Bye-bye.
Okay, my friend, conditions gone. 73, 73. Good evening. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. All right, guys. So the antenna actually works, and I'm happy. Also for the good SWR on 7 megahertz and on 14 megahertz. This was my goal, actually. So great, thanks guys for watching, and I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, please write me a comment right below this video. If you find some other informations, you can also look into the video description. I will very appreciate if you hit the like button if you like this video, and if you subscribe to my channel for further new videos. 73 guys, and bye bye. Good luck.